Hello all and welcome to today's video. My name is John McFall and I want to welcome you to the McFallRI channel where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery, and I also teach you how to make semi-passive income. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the miles that you are driving when you're out here doing food delivery. We all know that gas prices have gone up tremendously since last year with COVID hitting, and everything has ramped up at the gas pumps, and we're paying a lot more dollars to get down the road. So kind of want to talk to you today about a couple of things that you can do when it comes to the miles that you're driving and how to reduce those miles so that you are not having to spend so much money on gas that it takes away from your profits. Before we get into the topic, I do want to remind you that if you head down into my description, I got some great tools for you guys. The first ones I want to talk about is the Beans app and SimplyWise and QuickBooks Self-Employed. These are some great tools that you can use to help you when you're out here doing food delivery. So go check them out in my description and go grab them for yourself if you find them useful. The next thing that I want to talk about is something I talk about in virtually every video about food delivery, and this is my metric spreadsheet. I'm going to throw it up here on the screen real quick so you guys can take a quick look at it. If you look on the left-hand side, you'll see I always put my start time and my end time, and this gives me the total hours that I've worked. I also put in the miles, and then if you look to the right for each individual app, I put the dollars that I've made, the time that I've worked, along with the number of deliveries. And then if you head to the bottom, you'll see that it calculates out what your average dollar per hour, your average dollar per mile, along with your average per delivery. If you want to know how well you're doing when you're out here doing food delivery, the only way that you can is to keep track of your metrics. This will allow you to see where you need to improve. So head down into my description, go grab that metric spreadsheet. It's a free download. And with that, let's get into the topic. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to reducing your miles is understanding your marketplace. I work in Fort Wayne, Indiana primarily, and this marketplace is literally 15 miles from east to west and maybe 20 miles from north to south. And on all three of the apps, I can go anywhere in this marketplace, and it's not segmented on DoorDash, so the whole area is my marketplace. Well, when I am driving around Fort Wayne and I get order requests and then I pick up orders and then I deliver the orders, I am constantly looking at what the maps are telling me where I'm going to pick up and drop off that delivery. The reason that I do this is a lot of times the platforms will send you on the quickest route to get there. That is correct, the actual quickest route to get there. However, a lot of times it could be a matter of only 30 seconds or a minute later that you could drive a lot less miles because you take a better route that's not going to be as long as the route that they're asking you to go. This happens frequently when I am in Fort Wayne. The apps will throw up on the map the route that they want me to go, and I know a better route to go than what the maps give me. So I always take a look at what the map shows me, and perfect example of this is GrubHub. They sent me an order for, it was a total of like 7.3 miles. I was picking up at a Red Lobster and delivering it, and when the request came through, it was a total of 7.3 miles is what my delivery was going to be. This was because the quickest route to get there was to go on the freeway, and the freeway took me a big loop to kind of swing back around and get to the final destination. Well, guess what? I looked at the map, I know my marketplace well, and because I know my marketplace well, I instead went on the main roads and did not go on the freeway, and that literally knocked off 4 miles of my driving distance compared to what they wanted me to go. The good thing about this is it was almost half of the miles because I took a different route, and the only reason that GrubHub gave me those miles is because the miles were going to take me to that drop off quicker. However, if I looked at the route that I went, it literally added about 1 minute to my delivery time because of the stoplights, and for me, I would rather reduce my travel time by 4 miles than gain 1 minute, so I jumped on the opportunity to go the less miles. Another thing that I use to my advantage when I am out here doing food delivery, and I'm going to talk about when I go near the mall in Fort Wayne and work, because there's a lot of orders that I get from that area, and a lot of times it is quicker for me to simply drive through the parking lot of the mall to get to where I need to head out instead of going to the main roads, because this will take me less time and less distance just to drive through the parking lot and go out a different entrance. So when you're out there doing food delivery, you gotta know where the different roads are and where they lead to in and out, especially in highly traffic areas, because you can find quicker routes to go without having to go on the main road sometimes. And if you have big areas like malls in your marketplace, this might be a way for you to get around a little bit quicker and to drive a little less distance than going out onto the main road and driving all the way around that mall to get to where you need to go to drop off and or pick up that order. So make sure that when you're looking at the orders that you're getting, that you know if they are in a place like a mall that has a huge parking lot. Sometimes it's quicker to just go through that parking lot than it is to get back out onto the main road right where you are and drive all the way around. This can save you time and it can save you distance when you're out here doing food delivery. So these are a couple of great suggestions that you can implement into your strategy so that you can drive less miles. Know and understand your marketplace to a point where you know it better than the maps know it, because the maps will always send you on the quickest route, and you can go a much quicker route than what they throw out there to you. They do not take into consideration stoplights. They do not take into consideration the back roads and how much quicker you can get through them. So sometimes, even if you don't go that route that says that it is the quickest on your map, you can actually get there just as quick based on the route that you decide to go yourself rather than relying on that map. I use parking lots all the time when I'm out here doing food delivery because I can get from point A to point B quicker sometimes than being on the main roads. So you really got to understand your marketplace and how it's laid out, and you got to understand how the traffic flows in your marketplace so that you can reduce the amount that you have to drive to take these orders. And what that does then is, on the back end, when you do this, it actually will reduce your expenses for doing food delivery, which means that keeps more money in your pocket when you're out here doing food delivery, which is what we all want. So make sure that you know and understand your marketplace and how to navigate it the best way, and take some time to learn it and check out the little back roads and going behind buildings even and things like that, because sometimes you're going to find a great little shortcut that you can use on a regular basis so that you can reduce the number of miles that you're driving. I hope you really enjoyed today's topic. It is one that not a lot of people talk about, but it is something that's really important for you to be able to put more money in your pocket, and that is what we all want, because that's why we're out here doing food delivery. I want to remind you to head down into my description and go grab the Beans app and Simply Wise and QuickBooks Self-Employed. Also, go grab that metric spreadsheet if you haven't yet. I would like to ask you to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. And finally, I want to say I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.